AirMaria, this is Friar Roderick here for AirMaria.com, and we're in Washington, D.C. And we have here a very special guest, Michael Voris. How you doing, Michael?
I'm very good, brother. How are you?
Very good. So it's a very great honor to have you here. So you're the founder and the operator of RealCatholicTV.com.
We started a few years ago, St. Michael's Media, actually, and that spun into RealCatholicTV.com in 2008, the fall of 2008. So we're coming up on our second year anniversary, and we're very excited to be able to reach a lot of people. And the new media is the way to go, because the old media hates the church. So
right. It's yeah. So you saw a need then for a new medium that was not being provided in the traditional media that should be for Christ, but it's not.
Absolutely. I think a lot of, if you look sort of across the spectrum of things that you would consider conservative or traditional type causes, on the political scene, on the family scene, certainly on the theological scene, philosophical, educational, all of these groups have had the doors shut to them by the old established media, the old dinosaurs, the New York Times, CBS News, all these folks. So the internet arriving, sort of like the cavalry arriving at the last second. All of a sudden there's now a venue for people who care about things, and I really believe it's the majority of Americans. They've just never had a voice, a place to put their voice. Well, now they do, and same thing you guys are doing, so we're all doing it together.
Yeah, well, it's been a lot of fun doing AirMaria.com too, and but we're really impressed with Real Catholic TV because you're doing several shows every day, really, aren't you?
Yeah, we do a newscast every day. We do a Vortex. I'm usually the host of that, which is sort of a social, political commentary. We try to make it a little biting, so we get people mad, and that's good.
It starts conversations, right?
Oh, it starts conversations, all right. Yes, and sometimes it ends conversations. But we have that. We put up a little minute and a half Saint in history clip every day, and then we have a whole slew of programs that are very catechetical, very apologetics, that sort of thing. So some of the elements are kind of contemporary, what's going on today, and how do Catholics see the world events today, and the other is sort of a touchstone to the deposit of faith, and what does the church mean by this? Why does it teach that sort of thing. So I have I guess at this point we probably have a few hundred hours of material on the site, so we're very happy with it.
Right. Well, it's very informative and very interesting, so it must bring a lot of people to view it. How many people do you have viewing your shows?
Well, it's kind of a hard number to count, actually, because we not only put the website, RealCatholicTV.com, is kind of an amalgamation of all of our material, but we also take little bits and pieces of it and throw it all over the internet. So
YouTube and stuff?
YouTube, it's YouTube, Twitter, MySpace, everything. It's all over the Facebook. It's all over the place, and it's also hosted by a number of other Catholic apostolate sites online. So I know we put one piece up we did about 7 months ago, when Obama went to Notre Dame and talking about his plan. Obama's plan for sort of eradicating or marginalizing the Catholic Church in America, so he could march in socialism, and that's been seen by 1.5 million people. So
wow.
So we don't know. We lost track of we don't even know how to count, much less know what the number is.
That's just on YouTube, right?
That's just on YouTube. Yeah, I would say right now, based on the number of hits that some of the maybe top 50, we have approximately 300 videos on YouTube. I'd say the top 15 probably have a good 4 million views right now. So yeah, so we're happy with that. We're happy with anything that keeps the faith out in front, and people, even if they get mad and want to argue about it and send us a nasty email, and we get tons of those, you know what? It becomes an avenue to talk to people, and then lots of people just slam the door on us. But other people, as you know, they'll sit there and they'll call them and say, "Hey, I saw this," or "This is kind of crazy," and then you get a chance to respond to them. You've engaged them, and that's what's important.
So you do a lot of personal engagement of correspondence with people who respond.
We get emails, we get letters, we get text messages, we get phone calls, we get comments in the YouTube field or anything else. Oh yeah, we are 100% ramped up and constantly responding to things. Absolutely.
We're here now at the American Life League conference here. What's your motive for coming here?
I think it's important for anybody who considers themselves, a follower of our Lord, to make a presence known. to be there. I mean, obviously there's all of the networking and the visiting with people and catching up on friendships and that sort of thing. But beyond that, there's a lot of that, and it's great. It's wonderful. You need to do that. The faith needs encouragement. But beyond that, I think we're in very desperate times, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. They don't realize just how desperate the times are, and this is the time to hit the streets.
Right.
It's time to hit the streets. It's time to hit the ballot box. It's time to do all this stuff. The culture.
Internet.
Yeah, hit the internet, absolutely. But the culture's eroding underneath our feet, and we have to be able to stand up and say, no, wait, this is wrong. And if we go down, our Lord never promised to save nations; He promised to save people. So if this civilization goes under, as the 20 previous ones have, at least we make the witness and saying, we're standing here for the faith like we should be. So
Next one, if that's the case.
Absolutely. There's a number of younger folks who work with us out back in Detroit at RealCatholicTV.com. I was sitting around having lunch with them one day and said, you know what, guys? When I grew up, the idea of the civilization falling apart really wasn't something in the front of our minds. But just like your forebears 1,600 years ago, one generation came up where the Roman Empire started to fall apart, and you're in that age group. That's where you are right now. You're going to be responsible for rebuilding the civilization, and so step up.
Right. So where is Real Catholic TV going to go in the future?
Oh boy, if I knew the answer to that, I'd be a prophet. We're just slugging out. It's like all the Catholic apostles slugging it out. Money's always an issue, time, bodies, everything, as you guys know. So the point is just you keep doing what you can do until you can't do it anymore.
Any new projects?
Well, a couple that I can't really say just yet, but we're doing some my personal background is in investigative news, so we're looking at a couple of kind of high-visible, high-profile investigations on some things that aren't too good going on.
Okay.
That's about as revealing as I could be right now.
Cliffhanger right there.
Well, when people coming, tune back, stay back, come back next week.
Well, great. I think we will, and I really appreciate you coming on to AirMaria.com and spending some time on our show, and we really wish you the best, Mike, and all you're doing at Real Catholic TV and everyone there.
Oh, well, you guys too. Support these folks. Support them. They're doing wonderful work. They love our Lord. Support them.
Thank you, Michael.
All right.
God bless you.
All right. God bless, brother.
Yep, and God bless you. Ave Maria.